Welcome to Dish It Out, episode number 20 something. I don't know where I'm at right now. Man, I have a crazy story for you that happened to me yesterday. Our washing machine downstairs is busted. So I had to go to the laundromat. And it's not that big of a deal because I have a vehicle. I threw in 5 big baskets of laundry in there and get there, take up 6 machines. But it's not busy. When I get there, there's an older woman, an older man, and this chick who's about my age. And they seemed alright. Everyone's keeping to themselves. The older man and the older woman left. And so it's just me in there with this chick. And oh, while they were still in there, she comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, do you have an extra $1 or a smoke?" I'm like, first of all, I'm still putting my laundry in, so I didn't know if I had an extra $1. I'm using my money for my laundry. And I would have hooked her up, but when I said, "No, sorry, I don't smoke," she's like, gave me a dirty look and walked away. I'm thinking, first of all, why the hell did I say sorry? I guess that's just the polite Canadian in me. Like, I don't have to feed your habit, but I don't know, I was just trying to be polite, right? So then, anyway, those 2 people left, and it was just me and this chick in there. I had to get some more change. So when I come back from getting change, this bitch is looking in my bag. I had all my soaps and detergents and shit in there. And she's just snooping. I'm like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just looking." I'm like, "Well, don't." And she's like, she mumbled something and she said, "You clearly have more money than me." Okay, I'm thinking, first of all, bitch, you don't know me. You don't know how much money I have in my pocket or in the bank. I'm at a fucking laundromat with the rest of you. Like, it's not like I'm bringing in bank. I'd be at home with my own washing machine if I had one, but I don't at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, when I said like, "Well, don't look at my shit," she just kind of slowly scuffled away, and she was sketchy as fuck. So anyway, she kind of walks around the laundromat. It's not a very big laundromat, but hold on. Yeah, going back to that, like, even if I do have more money than her, I don't have to fucking give her anything. And you know what? If she didn't give me a dirty look when she walked away after asking for a smoke, I would have given her my last $1. After I put all my clothes in, I had $1 left. And I was thinking, I'll hook her up. Because I wear my sleeve on my heart. Like, I know people go through tough times, and yeah, I'll throw you $1 here and there if I don't need it myself. I'll give it to you, yeah. But not when you're gonna be a cunt. So anyway, as soon as I saw that she was looking at my shit, I was on guard. So I already realized that I wasn't gonna stay to dry the clothes there. And thankfully they only take 20 minutes. So by the time I finished loading up the last one, there was only like 7 minutes left on the first one. By then I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here as quick as possible. So as soon as that first one went off, I loaded it into the truck, preheated, like started it, but locked it, so that it would keep it warm and my clothes wouldn't freeze because it's winter here. Man, this chick. I come back in, and all the while she keeps mumbling to herself, and I thought she was on the phone at first and having a conversation, because I heard her mention, like, "Are the kids there?" or something like that, and she was just jabbering on, but I didn't see a phone in hand. And I doubt this bitch had earbuds in. When I came back in from running one of the loads out to my truck, she's now standing in front of, there's like 4 machines, and then there's the TV there. But all my clothes are in those machines. I know that's not hers. She's just standing like right up close to it. And I'm glaring at her now. I'm keeping an eye on this bitch because I don't know what she's up to. I've been around sketchy people before, and drug addicts are unpredictable. So I'm on my toes. To me, she's like, something along the lines of like, "Don't you know how to speak to people with respect? Don't you have any respect for people?" I'm like, I have respect for people, and that includes not looking through their shit. She just kind of mumbled and walked away. So now I'm like, fuck this. I'm in this building alone with this sketchy ass broad. I don't know what she's gonna do. And thankfully, in my purse, I had this. I don't know if you can read it. Anyway, it's a little pocket knife. It says Prince Edward Island. Oh, I realize it's probably backwards. Whatever. Anyway, my dad gave me this pocket knife years back. I'm pretty sure it's when he went on his honeymoon with my stepmom. They went to PEI. I was 12, so oh my god, how long ago was that? So like 21 years ago? So it's not very big. but at least it's something, right? So I have my winter coat on. I opened my knife and I fucking had it ready. I'm white knuckling this fucking knife because I don't know what this bitch is gonna do. I'm in here by myself and I'm paranoid. So I'm sitting here with my hand in my pocket and I'm just waiting for my laundry thinking, please hurry the fuck up. I want to get out of here. My back is against the dryer because I'm not putting my back to her. I may be naive about some things, but I'm not fucking dumb. So, and I'm just kind of staring out the window. That's my baby. Staring out the window, not wanting to make eye contact with her, but I'm keeping her in my peripherals because I'm keeping an eye on her. Don't trust her. Also, while she's like fluttering around, for some reason, she goes to another one of the machines I was using and lifts up the flap where you put the soap and detergent in. Like, what the fuck do you think you're gonna find in there? Diamonds? No, it's soap, bitch. Maybe you should use some on your face, you fucking crackhead. I was so worked up. So worked up. Because not very often that you have to be white knuckling a fucking knife ready to stab a bitch. It doesn't happen that often for me, thankfully. White privilege. No, fuck that. White privilege doesn't fucking exist. It's a classist privilege. It goes with your income, not your fucking skin tone. Let's get that straight. This bitch was white too, just for the record. So anyway, while this crackhead was fluttering around, the place, this laundromat has been under construction since we moved here. And it's been about almost a year. So it's still under construction. They still have power tools laying around and just random shit like that. While I'm sitting back, my back's against the dryer. She's in the far corner and I hear her pick up a power drill and she starts pushing the button. I was like, here we go. Oh my God, here we go. Gonna have to stab a bitch. Thankfully, I'm already thinking like, okay, thankfully there's security cameras so they can see our interaction, what's happening, that I'm not instigating it. It's self-defense. So I'm ready, I'm on the defense. So thankfully she didn't actually pick up the power drill. She didn't come at me at all. But it was enough to keep me on my toes. So while I'm chilling there, knife in hand, ready to rock, I'm thinking, God damn, I am so happy right now that I spent time living in Hamilton, Ontario. Because that city is hard as fuck. That definitely hardened me. Not that anything bad ever happened to me in Hamilton. Actually, this situation was way more sketchy than anything that ever happened to me in Hamilton. But I just knew that there's some people very close to me. A woman I know, she was fucking raped twice in a park in Hamilton. People I know have been jumped. While I was living there, there was like a serial stabber going around fucking stabbing people, complete random people, as he biked past them. And just fucking crazy shit would happen like that. And there's lots of homeless people, which, nothing against homeless people, you know, tough times happen. But a lot of it is mental health issues. And that's just scary because it's unpredictable. Unpredictable people are fucking scary, especially when your life could be on the line, right? I was happy that I at least was kind of prepared for that situation, I guess. And I didn't fucking cower and let her take over me. But still, by this point, I'm fucking pissed. And I'm a little sketched out. My husband was at home with the kids because our youngest one was sleeping. It was in the middle of the day. I went there at like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, I'll be back in a couple hours. I was planning on drying the clothes there too. After that, I got the fuck out, right? Man, the last two loads finished at the same time. So I got these two heavy baskets of wet laundry. Instead of me bringing one out to the truck and going back to the second one, I'm like, I'm not leaving anything in here with this sketch bag hoe. I fucking picked up both of them. And as I'm shuffling out, she mumbled something. Again, she kept mumbling to herself. I want to be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand, fucking meth head. Speak up or shut up. But I didn't say that. As I was leaving, she mumbled something to me. And again, I don't know what it was. But I was so angry at this point, and I was like, I couldn't believe that she was like sitting here threatening me and like acting so fucking sketchy. And I was angry and I regret it now, but as I was walking out, I just yelled, "Fuck you!" Because, like, fuck you for threatening me. Fuck you for giving me this feeling. Fuck you for fucking being a fluttering skank. And, like, she was the arrogant one. If she was nice to me and was like, "Oh, okay, you know, you don't have a smoke, that's cool," I totally would have given her my last dollar. Because I'm a decent person. But if you're not going to show me respect, then fuck you. And that's what I said to her. I was like so shaken when I left there. And then I realized there's these people that were in their car outside the parking, or outside the laundromat in the parking lot, probably waiting for their loads to be done. But like, fuck them too. They should have come in. And society was like dying for another person to be in that building with us. Because I didn't want to be alone with her. Oh, it was so fucking sketchy. I come home, tell my husband everything that happened. And he's like, "Okay, I'll take care of this." I was like, "Oh my god, what's he gonna do?" He gets in the truck. I guess he definitely could have walked over there, but he took the truck so that he was letting her know that he was with me. Because she would have seen my truck. By the way, just because someone fucking has a new vehicle doesn't mean they're loaded with money. It means they had decent credit and now they're in debt. Like, come on. That's how it works. Unless they actually paid cash for it, which nobody does. It's all fucking credit, right? Same with new houses. Just because somebody bought a house doesn't mean they're rolling in dough. It means they're in debt. And the older you get, the more you realize that. It's like, oh, okay. That's how it works. So anyway, my husband goes over there. He said I'm like, "Did you go in? Did you say, like, what the fuck did you do?" Because he comes back, he's like, "She got the message." I'm like, "What the fuck did you do? What'd you say?" He didn't say anything. He didn't get out the truck. He didn't even get out of the truck. He parked in front of it and he just stared at her. And he said he was wearing his glasses that were like the mirror ones, so he couldn't see her eyeballs. Or she couldn't see his eyes. Which I guess is something that freaks sketchbags out even more. My husband grew up in Hamilton and he has way more experience with these fucking sketchbag people than I do, unfortunately. But also in a good way too, because he knows how to deal with them. He's just said he parked there and he just stared at her through the window. And by the way, she wasn't even doing any laundry. She was just reading a newspaper when I first got in there, and then she was like fluttering and walking around. And he said that she saw him and then she just sat back down, and then with her back to the window she like threw up the finger at him. And then he just, no expression, he just stayed stone faced, kept staring at her, and I guess she just started twigging out. Like, he said she got all fucking squirrely in there. And then oh, by the way, while she was in there talking to me, she had a fucking joint in her mouth. Like, Jesus! It's a public place, what the fuck? Like, I know, yes, weed is legal now in Canada, but to walk around with a joint in your mouth at fucking broad daylight at 3:30 in the afternoon, that's trashy. It just is. It's trashy. Especially the way she was doing it. He was like, pretty sure there's a no smoking area anyway. You can't smoke indoors. Yeah, after a few minutes of her like getting all fucking squirrely in there, she left. She walked out. No laundry. She didn't take no laundry. And I guess she lit that joint right away. And she left. And he just fucking glared at her. And oh my god. And then he grabbed some Tim Hortons coffee and came home. He didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to threaten her. He didn't even like motion anything. He didn't flip her off or nothing. He said people like that, they fucking think the worst things. So he didn't even have to do anything. He just had to like make his presence known. And hopefully she got the message. Don't fuck with our family. But to be fair, yeah, I was a little shaken up because I'm not used to that. I grew up in Dunnville, Ontario. It's a super small, quiet, sweet town. Nothing like this here. Like, this town's a bit smaller than what I grew up in, but there's more fucking sketchbag crackheads. I think it's because they put a methadone clinic in here, I heard, and yeah, I know people need help, but it really just attracts more riffraff. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what that is. You know, it's not my fault if I have more money than you. Maybe you shouldn't spend your money on drugs. Duh, 1 and 1 makes 2. Plus, I also want to say, like, as I was walking out, go suck some dick for some smoke money, bitch. But no, I didn't. I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to egg her on even more. Although when I said fuck you, I was expecting her to follow me outside. I was ready to drop my laundry and fucking pummel that bitch if I needed to. I said to my husband, like, fuck, man, sometimes I hate being small. Like, I'm 5'2". I don't know what I weigh because I don't own a scale. I just try to be healthy. I try to be fit. And I'm not concerned with my weight or how many inches I am around my waist. I just want to be healthy and muscular, like, not muscular, but I want to be fit. I want to be able to kick some ass when I need to. But having this stature, there's 3 things wrong with it. First of all, 9 times out of 10, if a chick's bigger than me, she hates me right away. Doesn't even give me a chance to get to know me. I don't know. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't want to say it's jealousy because that makes me sound kind of cunty, honestly. I don't like saying that, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. The second thing wrong with it is guys think that they can fucking throw me around, which is fun, but my husband's the only one who's allowed to do that. So that could present a problem too sometimes. And the third reason is because there's fucking crackheads like that think that they can intimidate me. And I said that to Sean last night, and he's like, it's not your size, it's your face. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you look like a nice person, and you're innocent, and you're sweet, and people think they can take advantage of that sometimes. And he's like, but I don't want you to change, because you have to change your whole demeanor and your energy, and you'd have to walk around with like a stone cold bitch face all the time. And I don't want to do that either. So yeah, guess I'll just keep my dad's knife on me all the times. At least it's something. But fuck, man. Oh, it gets under my skin so bad when people fucking treat you like that, right? I'm sure you've had experiences like that too, especially if you live, I shouldn't even say especially if you live in a city. I'm in a town and that shit happened to me here. When I lived in Hamilton, I had to work downtown Hamilton in Jackson Square. Lots of sketchy shit goes on in that area. And there'd be times where I'd be walking back to my car, which was parked a couple blocks away, because that's where the parking lot was, and I would have my keys in my hand. I don't have a set of keys, but, you know, the old trick, put your key in between your hand, ready to fucking pop someone if you need it, which would be super flimsy and not work that well, but something. But I was always on guard there, too. Drugs, it's a hell of a thing. Fucking Rick James, bitch! Don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Go watch some Dave Chappelle. When I came home, I was telling my mother-in-law, we FaceTime all the time so she can see the kids, and I was telling her all that happened, and she's like, so what's the lesson in all this? I'm like, I don't know. Tell me, what is it? She's like, for you to appreciate the family you have and the life that you do have, because this woman was rock bottom. She was looking for money. She was looking to steal from you. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But it's not like I needed that lesson. I fucking know I'm lucky to have my family. I am so grateful and so thankful for my family. Me and my husband have gone through some tough shit, and we've been together 15 years this summer. And there's been a couple times where we almost didn't last this long. A couple times. But we work through and persevere. And, you know, every time that we overcome one of those hurdles, we're stronger as a team. Whenever I tuck my oldest in at night, we have this nightly routine where we say planets and prayers. We say the planets because I'm a big space nerd, and it was important for me to make sure he knew all 9 planets, sorry, 8 planets and the dwarf planet, because we still love Pluto, so we're going to include him. He's known all of the planets since he was like 3. So we still do this every night, and in prayers, we say, God, Goddess, highest and the best. Because I don't know if God is a man or a woman, or if it's just energy, or what the fuck's going on, right? I personally don't subscribe to the idea that there's some man looking down on me, right, keeping a naughty or nice list of all the shit I do in my life, like fucking Santa Claus. I think that's ridiculous. I believe in evolution, not a creator. I want a scientific explanation. I believe in energy. Anyway, that's a whole fucking other issue. Oh, back to our prayers. One thing that we do say in that, and because I want to instill these values in him, is that we're thankful for the food in our tummies, the clothes on our backs, the roof over our heads, and wheels to get around. Because you gotta be thankful for those things. You gotta teach your kids the value of those things. That, you know, you might not like your dinner in front of you, you may be a picky eater, but right now there's another little boy somewhere who doesn't have dinner tonight. There's another little boy somewhere who has only ever worn hand-me-down clothes and doesn't know what it's like to have a new outfit for himself. You know, like, appreciate the little things in life. I think that's where most true happiness comes from, when you're not constantly wanting. That's why I definitely would have hooked that woman up with my last dollar. But you don't get a buck if you're being a bitch, right? And I am not going to let people walk all over me and intimidate me. Hell to the no. By the way, a great movie about God and all that, and God being a woman. What a twist. Sorry, spoiler alert. Go watch Dogma, Kevin Smith's Dogma. It has Alanis Morissette, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. And I said his name like that because of Team America World Police. America! Fuck yeah! Freedom is the only way, yeah! I remember when we first started dating, Sean took me to see that in the theater, and I hadn't seen previews for it at all. So he's like, we're gonna go see a movie. It's a surprise. You'll like it. I'm like, okay. And then he goes, it's a puppet movie. I'm like, what? We're gonna go see a puppet movie. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I fucking loved it. I died. Especially the sex scene. It was so dirty. And just to see puppets do that shit, oh my god, it's so funny. One of the best creations from Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Thank you. So we didn't know before we moved to this town. We live in a little town called Mount Forest. We didn't know that everyone in the surrounding towns has nicknamed it Meth Forest. Because there's that many fucking meth heads here. Ugh. And it reminds me of an ICP song. It's more about crackheads. Actually, yeah, it's called Attack of the Baseheads. Oh, what's that one line? His soul's been gone. He's just the shell of a man. Man, that's so true. Like, fuck. I don't wish harm upon anyone who's going through that shit. I hope you can recover and get through it and get your life back on track. But I'm not gonna fucking bend over and let you intimidate me either. And I wouldn't do that to anybody who's just fucking straight. And that's just a fucking lesson I've had to learn growing up, to not let people walk all over me. I definitely paid my price and learned that the hard way with, I had this mentally abusive boyfriend in high school. I won't say last names, but his first name is Brian, and anyone who went to high school with me would have known who I was talking about right away. It got so bad to the point where I actually bought and wore waterproof mascara because I knew I'd be crying that day. What the fuck? Red flags, Katie. Why didn't I break up with him? Oh, because I was in love and he was the first guy I had sex with, and oh my god. Bullshit! I saw this meme on Facebook. It's so true. I wish I thought about this when I was in high school. Be with the man who ruins your lipstick, not your mascara. That's some good advice. That's one of those things where I didn't God, I'm so back and forth in my head right now. I guess I forgave Brian a long time ago about the way he treated me. And that's another instance where a woman forgives a man before he even says or ever said sorry. But I forgave him so that I could have peace, you know? And then that Christina Aguilera song came out after we broke up. I can't remember the name. Maybe it's just called Stronger, but it's like, thanks for making me stronger. Make me a little bit harder. And he did. He fucking prepped me and prepped me so that I wouldn't let other people walk all over me the way he did. Yeah, and that never happened again. One time I was dating this guy, and he started acting the same way. And I'm like, no. You're reminding me of my first boyfriend right now, and I'm not going to let that shit happen. So this is how it's going to be. He didn't like that. He wanted to control me, manipulate me, and I just fucking held up a mirror in front of his face and said, you're a fucking psychotic narcissist, and I'm not letting you control me. And that's something everyone has to realize too. Like, There's no knight in shining armor who's gonna come rescue you. If you're in a shitty relationship or there's something shitty about your life that you don't like and don't love, you're the only one who can change it. And you're the one who has to change it. You can't expect someone else to come in and swoop you off your feet. You'll be waiting forever for that. Maybe you'll meet that next person. If you don't, you have to make that step yourself. Because what if you don't make that step and you meet that next person who would be good for you, but you're still stuck in this shitty relationship, you know? But yeah, that's why you always gotta stand up for yourself. Be truthful to yourself and to your partner. Like those hurdles I was talking about that me and Sean had went through. We were open. The only reason we got stronger after that is because we were open and honest about everything. How we felt about each other, how we felt about other people, how we felt about the situation we were in, and, you know, finances, fucking everything. Because if you're not, then you can never really start a clean slate again with that person. You're always bringing that baggage along with you. You gotta fucking purge that baggage, purge any resentments that you may have so that it doesn't keep building, right? Anyway, man, sorry this wasn't really like a ha-ha type of fucking podcast today, but man, that got me going. And I wanted to call my dad yesterday too when I was in the laundromat, but this bitch had me fucking on surveillance mode. God. And that got under my skin because my dad goes to bed early and he wakes up early, and because he works at a Stone Quarry, he drives a loader. He's done that since forever, and his first job was at the Dunnville quarry, and then he went to the Grimsby quarry, and he's been there ever since. Meanwhile, I've had like 30 fucking jobs. He used to braid me and Sarah to his quarry. Sarah's my sister. He used to braid us to his quarry on the weekends, and I don't know, he would just have to like pick up random shit or just to do something, I don't even know. But there was these huge fucking piles of rocks and stones and like different grades of stone and different sizes, right? And they looked so fun. So I would fucking climb up. Hey, you guys! And of course, you guys saying, "I'm the king of the castle. You're a dirty rascal." Every time you're on top of a hill above somebody else. But then I would fucking slide down that stone hill on my ass. It would hurt a little bit, but so worth it. And just like a lot of other fun things in life. And the back of my pants were like white from dust, the stone dust. And I fucking go up the next hill and do it again. That's another thing. Sometimes your pants get white from some of that fun. Ah, shit. I'm just being a dirty bird. He's always worked at the quarry. Early hours. So I have like, when I want to call my dad, I have a small window in the evening. I want to call either before or after supper and then before he goes to bed. Because I don't know if you ever had an old man in your life. And my dad's not this bad, but I think my grandpa probably was. If not my papa, if not my dad's dad, my stepdad's dad. One of them two would get so angry if somebody called during supper time. It's like, they don't know what time your supper is, especially like telemarketers. They fucking hate it. One thing one of those two, I can't remember which one, would get upset about as well, is when they show commercials on TV for pads or tampons during supper time. Which is just so ridiculous. Like, they don't know what time your supper is. They're just putting on their commercials. But they would like almost take offense to it. So anyway, I was just, I wanted to call my dad. Now I gotta wait till, 6:30, 7 o'clock maybe to give my dad a call. And hopefully he's done eating by then so I don't disturb him. So the next town we move to, we are definitely going to do some more research. Maybe stay in the town, like in a hotel or something for a couple nights. Feel it out, see what the traffic's like, see what the people are like, see if there's any fucking methadone clinics in there or anything sketchy like that, and go from there. So yeah, I suggest you do the same. Watch out for those fucking baseheads, yo, because they are unpredictable, and don't be scared to fucking protect yourself if you have to. By the way, I never pulled this out when I was in front of her. I just kept it in my pocket, ready to use it if I needed it. I was using it for defense. I didn't want to scare her and sketch her out because I didn't know if that would make her fucking go worse. You know, and like fucking actually attack me. It was for defense. But not a bad idea to have, especially if you're a chick. Oh, I'm getting dark here, right? Because I got a window. I'm in transition. I'm in transition. So I'm just gonna go like that so you can see. Thanks for watching. I didn't get jumped. I didn't have to beat a bitch up. I didn't have to stab a bitch, but you know I will if I got to. Cause I'm a juggalette. You don't want to tussle with the down ninja. Peace.